In the heart of the dense Appalachian forest lay the ruins of an abandoned mining town, Darkwood Vale. Its dilapidated structures stood as silent witnesses to the horrors that had unfolded within its shadowed streets decades ago. It was a place where whispers of the past lingered like ghosts in the mist, and where the line between reality and nightmare blurred into obscurity. Amelia Morgan, a seasoned urban explorer with a passion for uncovering forgotten history, had long been intrigued by the legends surrounding Darkwood Vale. Ignoring the warnings of locals who spoke of malevolent spirits and unseen terrors, she embarked on a solitary journey to unravel the mysteries concealed within the decaying remnants of the town. As she ventured deeper into the heart of Darkwood Vale, Amelia felt an oppressive weight pressing down upon her, as though the very air itself was suffused with dread. The once bustling streets now lay shrouded in an eerie silence, broken only by the distant creaking of rusted metal and the haunting echo of her footsteps against weathered cobblestones. Exploring the abandoned buildings, Amelia discovered signs of a past tragedy that had befallen the town. Blood-stained walls and scattered belongings hinted at a violent struggle, while faded photographs captured moments of joy and sorrow frozen in time. Yet amidst the desolation, there were also signs of something far more sinister lurking in the shadows. As night fell and darkness enveloped the forsaken town, Amelia found herself besieged by a malevolent presence that seemed to seep from the very earth itself. Whispers echoed through the corridors of her mind, beckoning her towards the depths of the abandoned mine that lay at the heart of Darkwood Vale. Driven by a relentless curiosity tinged with a mounting sense of dread, Amelia descended into the abyssal depths of the mine, her flashlight casting feeble beams of light into the Stygian darkness. The air grew thick with the stench of decay, and the walls seemed to pulse with a sinister energy as she delved ever deeper into the bowels of the earth. It was there, amidst the labyrinthine tunnels that stretched like veins through the earth, that Amelia encountered the true horror that lurked within Darkwood Vale. Grotesque abominations, twisted and malformed, skittered through the darkness, their eyes gleaming with an unholy hunger as they closed in on their prey. Fighting for her very survival, Amelia navigated the treacherous depths of the mine, her senses sharpened to a razor's edge as she struggled to evade the relentless pursuit of the creatures that hunted her. With each passing moment, the line between reality and nightmare blurred further, until she could no longer distinguish between the horrors of the world above and the unspeakable terrors that lurked in the shadows below. In the end, it was not bravery or strength that saved Amelia from the abyss, but sheer determination and an unyielding will to survive. Emerging battered and bruised from the depths of the mine, she fled Darkwood Vale, leaving behind the darkness that threatened to consume her soul. Yet even as she escaped the haunted town, Amelia knew that the echoes of Darkwood Vale would forever haunt her dreams, a reminder of the thin veil that separates the world of the living from the realm of nightmares. And though she had survived the horrors that lurked within, she could never truly escape the darkness that dwelled within her own heart. Amelia Morgan's escape from the cursed depths of Darkwood Vale left her physically shaken and emotionally scarred. The nightmares that plagued her every night were a constant reminder of the horrors she had witnessed in the forsaken forest. Despite her best efforts to move on, she found herself drawn back to the enigmatic mysteries that had consumed her thoughts since her harrowing escape. Months passed, and the memories of Darkwood Vale faded into the recesses of her mind, overshadowed by the demands of daily life. Yet, deep down, Amelia knew that she could never truly forget the darkness that lurked within the haunted forest. So when a chance encounter with an old acquaintance led her to a cryptic message hinting at the existence of hidden truths buried beneath the surface of Darkwood Vale, she knew that she could not ignore the call to unravel the secrets that lay dormant within its shadowed confines. Armed with newfound determination and a burning curiosity, Amelia returned to Darkwood Vale, her heart pounding with a mixture of trepidation and excitement. This time, she was not alone. Joining her on her quest were a small team of fellow adventurers, each drawn to the allure of the unknown and the promise of uncovering secrets long forgotten. Together, they delved into the depths of Darkwood Vale, scouring its dense undergrowth for any clues that might lead them to the truth. With each discovery, they unearthed fragments of a dark history that had been deliberately obscured, piecing together the puzzle of a forest consumed by madness and despair. As they ventured deeper into the heart of Darkwood Vale, the boundaries between reality and nightmare began to blur once more, and Amelia found herself haunted by visions of the past. Spectral apparitions danced at the edges of her vision, whispering cryptic warnings of the dangers that lay ahead. Undeterred, Amelia pressed on, driven by an insatiable hunger for answers. It was during one fateful expedition into the depths of the forest that they stumbled upon the key to unlocking the secrets that lay hidden beneath the surface of Darkwood Vale. Deep within the heart of the forest, they discovered a hidden grove that seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. Ancient trees twisted and contorted in unnatural shapes, their roots sinking deep into the earth like gnarled fingers reaching for the sky. It was there, amidst the whispering shadows of the forest, that they uncovered the truth that had eluded them for so long. Buried beneath layers of moss and decay lay the remnants of a long-forgotten civilization, a lost civilization that had once thrived in the depths of the forest before being consumed by darkness. As they explored the ruins, they uncovered evidence of a sinister force that had manipulated the course of history, twisting the minds of men and unleashing unspeakable horrors upon the world above. Driven by a newfound sense of purpose, Amelia and her companions delved deeper into the labyrinthine depths of the ancient forest, uncovering secrets that had lain hidden for centuries. Yet, with each revelation came new dangers, and they soon found themselves locked in a desperate struggle for survival against forces beyond their comprehension. Amidst the chaos and carnage that unfolded in the darkness, Amelia discovered the true nature of the darkness that had consumed Darkwood Vale. It was not merely a manifestation of human fear and suffering but a malevolent entity that had existed since the dawn of time, lurking in the shadows and feeding upon the souls of the living. With the fate of the world hanging in the balance, Amelia and her companions embarked on a perilous journey to confront the darkness that dwelled within the heart of Darkwood Vale. Armed with nothing but their courage and determination, they faced off against the ancient evil that threatened to consume them all. In the final, climactic battle, they stood together against the forces of darkness, their spirits unyielding in the face of overwhelming odds. With each strike of their weapons and each incantation of their spells, they weakened the grip of the ancient evil until, at last, they emerged victorious, banishing the darkness from Darkwood Vale once and for all. As the dawn broke over the horizon, Amelia and her companions emerged from the depths of the forest, battered but unbowed, their hearts filled with a sense of triumph and redemption. Though the scars of their ordeal would linger for years to come, they knew that they had faced their greatest fears and emerged stronger for it. As they made their way out of Darkwood Vale, they cast one last glance back at the forest that had been their home for so long. In the distance, the first rays of sunlight pierced the darkness, illuminating the path ahead and signaling the beginning of a new chapter in their lives. For Amelia Morgan and her companions, the journey into the heart of darkness had been a test of their courage and resilience, a journey that had forever changed the course of their lives. And though the echoes of Darkwood Vale would linger in their memories for years to come, they knew that they had faced their demons and emerged victorious, ready to embrace whatever the future held in store. Amelia Morgan and her companions emerged from Darkwood Vale, their minds reeling from the revelations of the ancient forest. The weight of the secrets they had uncovered hung heavy upon their shoulders, casting a pall over their triumphant return. As they made their way back to civilization, their thoughts were consumed by the knowledge of the darkness that lurked beneath the surface of the world. Back in the safety of their homes, Amelia and her companions found it difficult to shake the sense of unease that had settled over them. The memories of their ordeal in Darkwood Vale haunted their dreams, and the whispers of the ancient forest echoed in their minds like a sinister refrain. Determined to make sense of the secrets they had uncovered, Amelia immersed herself in research, scouring ancient texts and manuscripts in search of clues that might shed light on the enigmatic history of Darkwood Vale. Yet, for all her efforts, the answers remained elusive, hidden behind layers of cryptic symbolism and half-forgotten legends. Frustrated by the lack of progress, Amelia turned to her companions for help, pooling their collective knowledge and expertise in a desperate bid to unravel the mysteries that had consumed their thoughts for so long. Together, they delved deeper into the shadows, piecing together fragments of a forgotten history that spanned centuries. As they worked tirelessly to uncover the truth, they soon discovered that they were not alone in their pursuit. Dark forces, drawn by the lure of ancient power, began to close in on them, their sinister presence lurking in the shadows like predators stalking their prey. Undeterred by the mounting threats that surrounded them, Amelia and her companions pressed on, driven by an unshakable determination to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. With each step forward, they delved deeper into the darkness, their journey taking them to the farthest reaches of the earth and beyond. Their quest for knowledge led them to remote temples hidden in the depths of jungles, ancient ruins buried beneath the sands of deserts, and forgotten tombs guarded by restless spirits. Along the way, they encountered allies and adversaries alike, each with their own agendas and secrets to protect. As they pieced together the fragments of the past, they uncovered a vast conspiracy that spanned generations, orchestrated by shadowy figures who sought to wield the power of the ancient darkness for their own nefarious purposes. With each revelation, the stakes grew higher, and the dangers they faced became ever more dire. Yet, even as they confronted the forces arrayed against them, Amelia and her companions were haunted by doubts and fears that threatened to consume them from within. The knowledge they had uncovered weighed heavily upon their souls, casting doubt on their own motivations and the true nature of their quest. In the midst of their darkest hour, Amelia made a fateful decision that would change the course of their journey forever. Drawing upon the ancient powers that lay dormant within Darkwood Vale, she forged a pact with the very darkness they had sworn to oppose, sacrificing a piece of her own soul in exchange for the knowledge they sought. The consequences of her actions were immediate and profound, as the darkness within her began to consume her from within, twisting her thoughts and desires until she could no longer distinguish between friend and foe. As her companions looked on in horror, they realized that they had unleashed a force beyond their control, one that threatened to consume them all. In the final, desperate struggle for survival, Amelia and her companions faced off against the darkness that had taken root within their midst. Battling against impossible odds, they fought with all their strength and cunning, determined to reclaim their souls and put an end to the ancient evil that threatened to consume them. In the end, it was not brute force or arcane power that saved them, but the strength of their bonds and the courage of their convictions. Together, they stood against the darkness, their spirits unyielding in the face of overwhelming odds, until at last, they emerged victorious, their souls purified by the light of their own inner strength. As they emerged from the shadows, battered but unbowed, Amelia and her companions knew that their journey was far from over. The echoes of the abyss would continue to haunt them for years to come, a constant reminder of the dangers that lurked in the darkness. Yet, with each step forward, they carried with them the knowledge that they had faced their greatest fears and emerged stronger for it. And though the burden of their experiences would weigh heavily upon their souls, they knew that they would never falter in their quest for truth and redemption, no matter the cost. Amelia Morgan's mind was a battleground, torn between the darkness she had courted and the light she still clung to. The pact she had forged with the ancient powers of Darkwood Vale had left its mark upon her soul, a stain that seemed to grow darker with each passing day. Yet, even as the darkness threatened to consume her from within, she refused to surrender to despair. With the support of her companions, she resolved to confront the darkness that lurked within her and find a way to reclaim her soul. Determined to break free from the shackles of her own making, Amelia embarked on a quest for redemption, seeking out ancient rituals and forgotten lore that might hold the key to purifying her tainted soul. Guided by fragments of knowledge gleaned from their previous adventures, she led her companions on a journey that took them to the farthest reaches of the earth and beyond. Their quest led them to remote temples hidden in the depths of jungles, where they sought the guidance of wise sages and mystics who had spent lifetimes studying the arcane arts. It took them to windswept deserts, where they braved the scorching heat and treacherous sands in search of forgotten tombs and buried secrets. And it took them to the icy peaks of towering mountains, where they faced the wrath of ancient guardians and powerful sorcerers who sought to thwart their every move. Along the way, they encountered allies and adversaries alike, each with their own agendas and secrets to protect. Some sought to aid them in their quest for redemption, offering guidance and assistance in their darkest hours. Others sought to hinder them at every turn, driven by jealousy and greed, or by the malevolent forces that sought to manipulate them for their own ends. As they journeyed deeper into the heart of darkness, Amelia and her companions faced trials and tribulations that tested their resolve to the breaking point. They encountered unspeakable horrors and ancient evils that sought to consume them body and soul. They grappled with doubts and fears that threatened to tear them apart from within. And they confronted the consequences of their own actions, grappling with guilt and remorse for the choices they had made in their pursuit of knowledge and power. Yet, through it all, they remained steadfast in their determination to overcome the darkness that threatened to engulf them. With each trial they faced, they grew stronger, their bonds of friendship and camaraderie forged in the crucible of adversity. And with each step they took towards redemption, they drew closer to the truth that had eluded them for so long. It was during one fateful encounter with a reclusive sage that they finally uncovered the key to purifying Amelia's tainted soul. Deep within the bowels of an ancient temple, hidden beneath layers of dust and cobwebs, they discovered a long-forgotten ritual that promised to cleanse the darkness that lurked within her. Guided by the wisdom of the sage, they performed the ritual with utmost care, drawing upon the ancient powers of light and shadow to banish the darkness that had taken root within Amelia's soul. As they chanted the sacred incantations and traced intricate symbols in the air, they could feel the oppressive weight of the darkness begin to lift, replaced by a sense of peace and clarity that washed over them like a cleansing tide. In the final, transcendent moment of the ritual, a blinding light enveloped Amelia, illuminating her from within as the darkness that had consumed her was cast aside. In its place stood a figure bathed in radiant light, her eyes ablaze with newfound clarity and purpose. With a voice filled with resolve, she vowed to use her newfound power to fight against the darkness that threatened to engulf the world, to be a beacon of hope in a world consumed by despair. As the light faded and darkness gave way to dawn, Amelia and her companions emerged from the temple, their souls purified and their hearts filled with a sense of peace and renewal. Though the echoes of their past still lingered in the shadows, they knew that they had faced their demons and emerged victorious, ready to embrace the future with open arms. Together, they set out once more into the world, their spirits unyielding in the face of whatever challenges lay ahead. For they knew that no matter how dark the night may seem, the light of redemption would always shine bright, guiding them on their journey towards a brighter tomorrow. And as they walked hand in hand into the dawning light, they knew that their adventures were far from over, and that the echoes of the abyss would continue to shape their destinies for years to come.